shy of the 30.
They're on the 28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure we're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Once again, it's Irving. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. This Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Taken down. Goff is sacked. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Running for it, Montgomery. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield on play action. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, that's a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The 12-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw is gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 77 yards. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The kicker on.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Buccaneers 0.
This one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this is caught by Evans. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 13, Mike Evans. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he's going to have a Bucs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
For a first down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Evans has it left side. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was the longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running the toss to Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Mayfield with it once more.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Irving, touchdown, Buccaneers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays, but they also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to throw, Goff.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A great pickup there, 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
Calling a gain of a yard. And that'll make it 2nd down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches them or has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Goff throwing again.
He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
1st and 10.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Goff now to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown!
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Mayfield.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
Mayfield's pass intercepted.
After the interception, here's Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go. First down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
In motion left comes Williams. Play action. It's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield. He's got a man wide open, complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now.
This one taken in by Otten.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They'll try and pick up another first down.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
1 second, all that remains.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he spins free.
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. So the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. in this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. They line up and kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Dodges him at the 50.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Mayfield to throw it.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs 1st down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Mayfield.
To the right side, catch made by Bucca.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff running left, Irving.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. They managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is caught by Evans. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Keep moving, boys, keep moving.
Throwing, Mayfield. Martin brings it in over the middle.
Mayfield's pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Evans. A gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Mayfield going to take it on a sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Mike Evans from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Lions now. 23-yard partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to... Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And a good run here as he'll run right away down to the 40-yard line. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete right side. It's to Strong.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Goff.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
In motion goes the tight end.
Now a run by Gibbs.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Back to throw, Goff.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Dances by him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 38 yards.
And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely probably more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
The onside kick.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Gone. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he will pick up the 1st down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
3rd and 15 coming up after after that loss of 2. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.